Mr. Benjamin, thank you very much for coming over to see my video. Please watch this the whole way through. This is not a hit piece, but a retort. I know you are very busy and will look at this, but I paid for your service just to listen to your hour and 20-minute long podcast after I watched your 20-minute video, took notes, and decided to make this video in response. First, may I say thank you for looking into the NRX and the Dark Enlightenment. This movement online has been led by two main characters, Curtis Yarvin, who wrote under the pseudonym Mencius Molebug, and Nick Land. Recently, in the past 3 or 4 years, YouTubers such as The Distributist, Aaron McIntyre, and Charlemagne have picked up the gauntlet and ran with it. Nick Fuentes is not part of the movement. He is what's known as a Christ cell. He's like guys like Jesse Lee Peterson. Now, as for the modern iteration of the reactionary movement, it is now dubbed neo-reaction. Comes out of Hoppe, De Juvenal, Burnham, Frank Van Dunn, and a blog called Unqualified Reservations, where Yarvin, aka Molebug, wrote 1,000,000 words calling into question liberalism and its root from the Protestant Reformation to the Enlightenment and the Protestant progressive split in the 1800s. Yarvin, whose favorite author is Carlyle, is often cited throughout this. What Yarvin wrote about most, though, is an understanding of how the system we live in works from the Machiavellian power perspective. The Cathedral, as it has become known, is the most well-known part of this treatise, where he explains how the modern oligarchy began and continues to maintain power. A decentralized system consisting of universities, media, and the managerial class bureaucrats who perpetuate the entire system through a circle of degrees and government access. So what is NRX? In a nutshell, it's a shared belief that liberal democracy is a terrible way to run a society. What makes it reactionary is the stance that most have that what is needed is a central figure to destroy the current structure and rebuild upon better grounds. We are not alone in this belief. Democracy was never mentioned in the Constitution or Bill of Rights, and every great thinker throughout history has spoken on the dangers and destructive properties of democracy. Now, each man being upon his own life and geography, we all have our own perspective as the end result. Some a return to greatness for the cities, some an agrarian lifestyle, some a techno-fascist utopia. But we all agree that what we are doing today is not working. Why the issue with liberalism? Well, this is where reading comes into play. If you read Rothbard or Burnham, you get into the history of what liberalism really is. It is the state religion of the international citizens. From Thomas Paine to Voltaire to Jeff Bezos, armigers as Yarvin calls them. Now this mentality is great for cosmopolitan merchants worldwide, college-educated midwits who will never till soil or swing a hammer in their lives. The problem is these people who only exist once a normie people who are tied to the location create the world where it is safe and clean and functioning. Liberalism is poisoning to them. Progressivism is poison to them. The normal people who we have seen since time immemorial have lived in communities undisturbed by the rich social classes. They have had a common culture, a common language, and community, as it were. With the advent of neoliberal capitalism and the dropping of the bombs, we have been in the period called postmodernism. Postmodernism is nothing more than a reaction to mechanized warfare, nuclear weapons, and bomb drills burning into the heads of Western individuals that today is all that matters and tomorrow may never come. Very simply put, if I can die today and a single bomb can kill millions, what is the point in life? So a common man being a soldier and protector no longer matters, hence the dilapidation of our society. Add in liberalism, where you trade your culture for access to the markets, and this is a deadly mix. Neo-reaction, then, really is a rejection of this. Me personally, I grew up Michael Malice with the need for the American divorce. Now, libertarianism being so close to anarchism and culture being non-existent has left this movement with a lot of overlap. MGTOWs, Christ-Sals, anarchists, fascists, libertarians, and former leftists all have pieces that they can agree with this movement, as with most others. It is what it is. I thank you for your time. This is Tom Pease with Pnoid News. For more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Click all, right? Because YouTube likes to bang me down in the algorithms. Support the channel. Hit the Patreon. Become a patron. You know what I'm saying? And help me generate more content for this channel. Thank you very much. Peace be like one. Later.